Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to come on and do a quick pros and cons of owning a salon suite. The way I'm going to start, I think I'm going to do just the cons. I'll do the cons first, and then I'll go into doing the pros and cons for booth rental, pros and cons for commission. So I'll start with my latest and greatest, which is the pros and cons of owning a salon suite. For me, the cons are, I would say the number one con for me is the exposure. You have to do a lot of your own marketing. All marketing is all you all the time, which is kind of a con as far as the booth rental situation. However, with this particular situation, because you are in your own room and you have, in this particular building, 29 other people who are doing similar things to you, you have to figure out a way to make you stand out, and you have to constantly be on top of that. That's one con for me. With the solo suites, they have a website that you can build off of theirs, but as far as like commercials on TV, I don't see that, or I don't really see like people who do come in this establishment will tell me that they didn't know that it was in this area. So it's not like a lot of people who know about solo suites in this particular area. So you have to do a lot of work on your own to ensure that your business thrives. That's con number one as far as like marketing. You have to be on top of your marketing. What's another con? The cost, I can say, is kind of a con, but not really a big con, because you honestly, there's more benefit than the cost. But if you are just starting out, this can be rather expensive. This can be an expensive hobby if you're not about your business. So the cost could be a little bit of a con. But if you're about your business, and again, if you are into marketing for yourself, you will be fine. You won't have to really worry about the cost of your establishment. And then whatever you add to it, it will be based on you, what you want to put in it. Because my suite is built all the way out, but I see if I walk around some suites, they don't have a lot of things in their room. So it just depends on you. But it's a weekly fee that you pay every week that you pay, so that can be a bit much, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like it's also a pro, because you're paying a certain amount and you know your water's going to be on, you're going to have lights, you're going to have access to your building. So I'm going to go over that in my pros. But it's a con just because of the cost, how much it is. But it kind of to me, it levels itself out. You know, you probably could rent a room or rent a business establishment and build it out, and you probably will pay a little bit more. But this is turnkey, so you come in here, everything is already set. You just got to pick your paint color and then set it up how you want to set it up. So that's the con for me. It could be just how much it costs, and it's a weekly amount. What's another con? I think that's it. I don't think it's really, I mean, I'll be grasping ideas, but I don't see this being a real big con. So let's go over the pros. So the pros to me outweigh the cons. Well, here's another con: location. The location of this is in Newtown area of Williamsburg, and that is closer to William and Mary. But it is not easy access as far as the expressway. So when I'm coming here, I have to get off the expressway and I have to drive another 6 or so miles to get to the establishment. That's not an easy access. So the con is it's going to be the location. But again, it's still in a nice area. It's a very nice area. So it's just the access to the expressway, if that's an issue. For most clients coming from Newport News or Hampton, they have to get off and drive an extra 10 minutes or so just to get to the salon. That could be like a little, but other than that, if the people are already in the area, it's not a problem at all. So the pros are, one of the biggest pros is that you get your own suite. Everything in here is all me all the time. So I get to pick, I got to pick out my paint color. I was fortunate. I had a choice between this location, this room, and then another room. Both of them had windows, which was a number one plus for me because I wanted a window view. You get to pick out, you know, all the aesthetics in your salon, what services you want to offer. You get to pick out everything. And to me, it was just a straightforward process that was very, 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 very easy. Once I decided that it was what I wanted to do, because it came from the decision. Once I made the decision, everything else was easy peasy. And most of the things I had already owned anyway, so it was just little things that I had to add. I was looking over my shoulder. I had to add. That's the pro. It's my own room. I come in here, all my stuff is in the same place when I left it the day before. And that'll go into how I feel about BoothRental, or commission. What's another pro? My son can come with me to work. My son was a part of this whole process from beginning to right now today. He came with me to tour the facility. He came with me to bring all my stuff in, to build it out. My son can come and do his work here. We have free Wi-Fi for our clients, for ourselves. It's included, so my son can play outside. On the other side of my window is like a little courtyard type situation. He can go outside right here and I can see him. It's a very, very safe establishment. And the door is locked from I think 9 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock. No, 9 to 9, I think it is. 9 to 9. So, safe establishment. I can lock my door in here. Like, solar. My son can come. The fact my son can come with me sold me. Because I need him to be able to come with me. I'm a single woman who is a parent. So, I need him to come with me. And I'm thankful that he can come with me. People in here are very friendly. Even though, you know, it's not a big establishment. So, I would not want other people to bring more than one child. If you have a service with me, you get to book me for 2 hours, and if you need to bring a child, you can't bring your one child, again, because this is not a large space, but you can bring your one child, and I can service you while your child is here. And if they need to do homework, they can get their homework done. If they need to have a kid to play with and talk to, my son most times will be here. So it's such a great place because my son can come to work with me, you know. Number 3, what is another pro that I love about this solar? I can work any freaking time of day, a night, does not matter. I can work I can work 24 freaking 7 or 25/8 like Mary. I can work anytime I want to work. I can work it. Also, the biggest thing too is I can dress however I want to dress. If I want to be a punk rocker, I can be a punk rocker. Whatever I want, I can have in here. And that is such a freaking pro to me. I can work anytime. I can say, you know what, I'm going to be off on Monday. Like for me, I work Monday through Saturday and I'm off on Sunday. But if I decide I want to work on Sunday, it's not like etched in stone that I can't work on Sunday. I can work anytime I make my schedule. I have full control over my whole booking. So that's why, as far as like the pay, it's fair because I can work anytime to make however much I need to make. That part. What's another pro? They have people that come into the establishment for shears. They have people that come into the establishment to deliver your packages. They have people that come into the establishment that offer hair products or any other products. They have people that come here. They also offer a weekly amount of $25 for you to get some education. So if you're into getting educated, they offer that back into your pocket. They have a break room, so you don't have to always stay in your studio. You can go into the break room. They also offer on-site laundry. They also do the holidays, special holidays. They do give you like little knickknacks. Like this time they gave me a rose with a little card, which was very sweet. Christmas time they gave me a card. They had snacks in the break room. Like bonus. This is like the best decision that I have made as far as business is concerned. I have some more growth to do. I have to really work on me so I can make sure I bring light to this establishment, like I said, as far as marketing. And that's not on them, that's on me. But they, like I said, they do offer you a free web page through their website. So once you sign up, you can add your pictures on your website, you can add your hours, you can add your personality, all that good stuff to the website. When you come into the establishment, they have a big prompter to let you know who offers what and where they're located. Also in the Salon app, you can also turn on your walk-in notification. So if you're accepting walk-ins and somebody decide, hey, let me just pop in, you can have someone just pop in, and and you're not busy, you can go ahead and get a walk-in. So the establishment is very open and friendly. Even during COVID, we have very safe parameters and guidelines that we all follow to make sure that the establishment is super safe. So I love Salon for the fact that they are really about their people and they are about their business. So I have nothing but nice things or great things to say. And this is 90 days in, or a little bit more than 90 days in, but the establishment has been very fair, very fair. Like, best decision all 2020. Like, that was the one decision that I made, and I was kind of like on the fence, like, oh man, did I make a bad choice? But like now looking back, best decision. So like I said, on-site laundry, parking lot lit. I left here at 2 o'clock in the morning, especially when I was first building out my studio. Lit parking lot. It's a very safe area, but still, I felt safe when I walked outside. I felt safe coming into the building. Even they have cleaners that clean in the hallways and things. I had trash out there and I was going to get it, and they wound up taking the trash like this. Okay. Bonus. Even like co-workers, I don't want to call them co-workers, but other salon owners, they are very friendly. They'll come in and talk to you. Like, you can have the community of having co-workers without having to deal with them every day. Because sometimes you just don't want to. Okay. So what else is the sweet benefits? It's your business. It is your business. That is the most top pro of the pros. That this is your business and you make it what you want. For real. It's turnkey. But when you come in here, you can have the walls green, neon green if you wanted to. If you wanted to have an establishment just geared towards serving women, you can service women. They have wax people, they have estheticians here. You have people, you have all types of people who are making a living because of the benefit of being able to work your own hours in a safe establishment. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to get some more ring lights. I got some more. I'm gonna do another tour because my other one was kind of like the frame was small, but now I got a wider frame. I'm gonna show y'all. It's exactly what you want it to be, whatever you make it. And when people come in my business, they like, I can, I see this. This is so nice. Like, it is so, and it's mine. Like, that's a compliment you paying to me. This is not because it's Solar Sweets. This is my place. Like, people feel very comfortable and confident when they come in here because this is my place. All right, enough about Solar, because I go on and on about Solar. Now, as far as BoothRental, some of the cons to BoothRental is that is not your establishment. You are working out of an established salon and you're renting a station. Okay, and I don't really have anything bad about working out of BoothRental, but have a point to it all. So if BoothRental is just all you see for yourself, you need to get another vision and another plan, because you gotta, and I won't say this, I won't say like, okay, you might want to be a salon owner, but if you want to do BoothRental, you might want to become a platform artist, so you're not just standing behind a chair. Like, the whole biggest thing about hair industry is that it's ever changing, so it's so many avenues that you could take, as well as stand behind the chair. You know what I mean? So, but as far as the BoothRental, you're just in somebody else's establishment. None of the aesthetics is yours. You just rent a booth, and you may or may not be able to dress that booth up however you want to, because a lot of times they want things to be uniform. That's the same as with commission. You're not coming into that establishment changing up nothing. You have to come in there and you have to make do with what you have. And then, you bring in your styling tools or whatnot as far as BoothRental, but you might have somebody across the room who might be like, oh, let me use your flat iron. Let me get some of your relaxer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have more of it's a pro and a con, but you have more of people having access to you and your things because you're in an open forum. Most time with BoothRental situations, you're in an open space where everybody has a booth, you know. So even though, you know, you might have all your stuff set up and you leave, your stuff is still available. If it's right there, you know what I'm saying? So if that's something that you're not with, you might not want to do booth rental. Booth rental also is a weekly payment, and usually it's pretty affordable depending on what you're offering and making sure that you make enough money. In my last booth rental situation, they were so blessed. I mean, they blessed me so much because they were really fair with me, or more than fair with me. They were really like family. But again, with any situation, you have to pay weekly. So that could be another con for booth rental, because you're paying weekly. Another con for booth rental is you have to follow the rules of the salon, of the owner, whoever the owner is. Whatever their salon rules are, that's the rules that it applies to you. So you can't go into that situation saying, oh, this is my booth and I'm gonna run it like this. And if they have, and sometimes with establishments, I wasn't, you know, most of my, for booth rental, they've always been very open with every time you want to work, you work, you know what I'm saying? But even still, you want to be mindful that when you open that salon door, you're opening the salon door and everybody's stuff is affected, not just yours. If I open my salon door here, the business itself is open, but you know, if you try to go over there next door, their door is locked. You're not gonna be able to go into their studio and mess with stuff. But if I open the salon is exposed in a way, so you can be held accountable for other people's things if something goes, you know, down and you're in the building alone. Just saying, that's a con for me, because I don't want to be held accountable. And even though they might have insurance, it's just not a good look, you know what I'm saying? So, and then if something come up missing and you're the only one that was in there, you know what I'm saying, and somebody else took it night before last, but you were the one there that day, you know what I'm saying, it just could be a whole situation. So that's why, you know, for booth rental, that could be a con. The pros to booth rental though is that you work with a lot of women, or you can work with a lot of people, different people, and you can learn a lot right there, and you don't have to go to a class, because somebody right here might be doing microlinks and you wanted to get in on how to do microlinks, and you don't even have to pay, you can just watch them. I've done that. I've learned a lot from working with people who have done things that I wanted to do. Short haircuts, watch them. Detailed precision cut, watch them. You know what I'm saying? Easy access to education is right there in the booth rental situation. Also, you have relationships with people, and you both may be on the same playing field as far as business. So now you have a person that you can go to classes with, or you can go out of town with, and you guys can share information and knowledge. You know what I mean? Also, a pro for booth rental situation is you're not alone. So if you decide, you know what, you know, I tried the booth rental situation, it's not gonna work for me. Most times you're not in a contract. Like, you can just say, you know what, I tried it, it didn't work for me, I'm out. Whereas with this particular establishment, you're in a year or more contract, so that, you know, you're gonna pay whether you here or not. You're gonna pay legal fees and all that good stuff. Not joking, but yeah, for real, you're gonna pay. So with that particular situation, you may be able to sit down with the owner and say, you know, they may have take notice, like, hey, you know, you're struggling a little bit, you know. And most times what could happen is, if the person ain't just about the dollar, they care about you as a person. They can be like, you know what, I seen that you're struggling, I want to help you out, you know what I'm saying, what can I do to help you? Because most time people want to know, what are you willing to ask for so that I can help you, you know what I'm saying? So that particular situation could get you, put you in a place where you can get out of it more easily than here in the salon suite, whereas you're in a contractual agreement that has lawyers attached. Another pro is, yeah, in that same situation, you can dress pretty much, I don't know, everybody's different though, because even with booth rent, you know, they may have a certain look that they want, or certain events that they want you to be a part of, and you may not even want to be a part of it because you're on a team. Because when you work in a booth rent situation, you all are considered a team, even though it's your personal establishment. And I will get into that later as far as making sure you establish your own LLC, especially if you are in a booth rental situation or you're a private contractor. You want to establish your own grounds of business for you, outside of operating in their establishment, if that makes sense. So anyway, so they have something, say for instance, if it's a shop called We Do Hair, under We Do Hair, you work in their establishment. And now, okay, so if the newscast want to come out here and talk about We Do Hair, you're a part of We Do Hair, even though your shop can be called Essential. We Do Hair is where you work. You understand? So if somebody come in and they got something bad to say about your service, they're going to talk about We Do Hair, because that's the establishment. You see what I'm saying? So whereas here, we're all a different entity. We're all separate. So if somebody wants to talk something bad about Solar, it's not really Solar they're talking about the person's business, because your name is hanging over your establishment. So if somebody got something bad to say about your establishment, that's very private to you. Whereas if you're in a booth rental situation, even if Kiki over here was, being ignorant with her customer, her client, it speaks back to the establishment, because other people are witnessing that. So now they're saying, like, this establishment is real, it's my last time here, but she did my hair really nice, you know what I'm saying? So that's another con, as far as it's a pro and a con, because sometimes even if you ain't the best hairstylist off the strength of somebody else being in that business for 30 years and they know how to do banging hair, you just came up because you just pretty much graduated cosmetology school, or you're just returning to the industry, so you just came up off the strength of their good name, you know what I'm saying? So it's a pro and a con to that. So that's that for booth rental. For commission, I do not like commission. Some people like commission. I think it just depends on the ethnicity. But for me, commission is usually, I'll say this, it's usually 50-50, or you either giving somebody half of what you make, but you're doing the work. This is why commission just doesn't sound good to me. You're working. You're doing the work. So even if I don't want to give you 20%, I don't want to give you nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But the only thing about commission, the pro for me is that I have to give someone something off of the strength of my effort. That's a pro. That's a con for me. If I have to get up and go to work and show up, then they make money off of the strength of me showing up. I don't like that. However, the flip side to that is, when you get there, you don't have to have no tools and no equipment. You don't have to have nothing. You just come and they supply you with all the things that are required for you to do your job. So if you're starting out, it could sound good, but if you know you and you're confident in the things that you have to offer, it could be one of those things that you're going to use as a quick stepping stone, like 90 days turnaround. I'm going to be here. I'm going to get because sometimes even with commission, they offer you education for free. So you can get a lot of pros out of commission. However, if you are a go-getter, commission is not going to be your end-all be-all. Because think about it like this. If your client paid you $100 and you got to give $50 away, if you spent that 2 hours and the person that you giving $50 to didn't spend not a minute on the client, that's the issue for me. But you get your $50 plus your tip, and sometimes people don't tip. I just don't see commission. And then also with commission, you have to follow the corporate guidelines. Usually it's like a corporate situation, like a hair cuttery, or you might have a Smart Styles, one in Walmart, Regis, and things like that. You got to follow their dress code. You got to follow their corporate standard. So they want you to cut the hair the way that they want you to cut the hair. You can't put the cocoa twist on it. They want you to shampoo hair the way that they shampoo hair, standard. Even Ulta, they want you to do the things corporate, how they have it set up in corporate. You know what I mean? And they want you to use these products. If I know Reckon, I can't use Reckon and get a twist out. I don't know. I ain't tried it. Maybe I could try that, but I don't see me using Reckon for a twist out on my hair. People like my hair. But so you have to use their particular products and things like that. That's a con for me, because everybody here doesn't speak the same language. You understand? So another con for me is your time is not your time. So if they put you on a book to schedule to work on a Sunday, and you say you don't work Sundays, you work a Sunday. If they put you on a book to work on Wednesday, or they need to call you in because such and such can't wake up to work, they're gonna call you in and they're gonna expect you to come in. So you have to stick to a schedule, and then they're gonna put you on an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like so here's commission. Commission, you can get paid the commission, or you can get paid hourly. You don't get paid both. I just, it just don't sit right with me with commission. I did commission a couple of times in my career, and both times it was no more than a month or two. I think the longest time I did it for haircut was when I first moved back to Virginia, and I was booming. I was making so much money, and I was the highest paid person in haircuttery at the time. And when I got my check was less than $1,000, and I was making them money. But because they have tiers, so if you were within this time frame, I think at the time you had to be within this time frame, you had to work this amount of hours or something crazy, and you still were going to get paid in this tier, even though you may have made the most money in the salon. And I was making money because I was, banger. You understand what I'm saying? So commission is something you would look at as a temporary. I don't care who you are. Commission is temporary. You do not ever want to give someone your money that you worked for. So let this be a PSA for today. Do not do commission for longer than needed. Get all that you can get. Get the education. Get as much skill under your belt. Take that with you. Use it as a building block. Just like you go from cosmetology school, they give you the basics. You want to build from there, you can go into commission. I wouldn't say jump right off into BoothRental unless you got following from cosmetology school and you already know a lot. You already gained a lot, because even in cosmetology school, you still want to step out and do more, because you may have interest in hair cutting, but you may be a beast of color. So you want to always keep building. But if you come out of cosmetology school, you might want to start off with just your basic with cosmetology school. You might want to go into commission, and then from commission you might want to go into BoothRental, or you might want to even go to a salon suite if you are a beast at it. If you got a following and if you got a passion and a fire for it, you can definitely go from cosmetology school commission to your own owner, owning your own studio. I would say that. And then here's the thing, you can go from cosmetology school to BoothRental, which is a good stepping stone. But the whole big thing about that is to make sure you're in the right environment that is going to nurture you to become your best self, your better self. Don't get caught up in the conversations of the salon. Even in commission, they have control over the floor. Whereas in the BoothRental situation, you can say whatever you want pretty much, depending on the owner. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that. But in the commission situation, everything is black and white. This is the rule. And if you don't do the rule, you're going to be fired. Ain't no quitting. I mean, you can quit, but if they do write-ups and stuff like that, I ain't living that life. Not for doing what I do naturally. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing for commission. Is there any pros to commission? Yeah, you get some education, you get some experience, but again, that's the only pro. But as far as that is concerned, you're still giving somebody money that you're working for. You're actually doing physical labor for. So that's why I'm like, you might want to do it for a certain time period. Write it down. I want to do this for 90 days and I expect to, but in that 90 days, you better grind every day. Ain't no day off. In all three of these things, ain't no day off. And I'm going to say ain't because I want to be real raw and 100% with you. Ain't no day off when you're an entrepreneur. Off what? If you off to do better. You off to your next. But you're not off and you just sitting down waiting. Ain't no waiting when it comes down to being an entrepreneur in any effort, in any endeavor. If you decide that you want to be a cake baker, you can be the best damn cake baker, but your ass gonna work 24/7 for sure. Because until your name rings without you making it ring, you gonna be working. You understand? So that's the thing about any of these avenues, if you so choose, that you're going to work. Entrepreneurs work. I don't know why people glamorize being an entrepreneur or an influencer. Like, you have to grind. It ain't even a grind. You have to work. Ain't no grind. Because if you look at it as a grind, it's going to feel like it's daunting. It's a task. But when you work and it's something that is for you and it's your ordered step, it ain't no task. It ain't nothing that you won't do. And you ain't gonna need a break from it because it's in you. Even when you sleep and you thinking about it. Even when you eat and you thinking about it. Even when you not.
Yeah, so I just wanted to come back on. I don't know how the video just ended like that so abruptly, but basically what I'm saying is you have to work. You must have the mindset of working, and it's constant working. Just as in the Bible, you have to have faith and you have to work. those two go hand in hand. So I pray that you're blessed on this day and you received a message in the spirit that it was translated in, which is pure intent. I want everyone to be better and do better and want exactly what is for them. With that said, you guys be blessed, take care, and until next time, peace.